Hello everyone, welcome back for the series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. The month for this video is December 2025, the final one, so Happy New Year. Okay, it's always a fun time of year with all the top 10 lists, the upcoming games, all that stuff coming, the big retrospectives. It's always a lot of fun. But this is not a time to look to the future. This is a time to look back one last time for this year to the games I played last month. So as always, let's get right into it. I didn't do one of these in November for varying reasons, just kind of things caught up. It's just a lot going on. But I've been playing Rematch and I kind of finished it around the start of November, or December, so I'll quickly talk about it. It was described to me as Rocket League, but regular soccer, and it's kind of the same vibe. You're 3 versus 3 or 4v4, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, whatever. And it's just, again, like Rocket League, you're thrown in and you're just arcadey more. It's less realistic, something like FIFA, thank God, because I've always thought that the more sports games are more fun when there's less hours, less rules, less restrictions, and less realism. It's a lot more fun for me. And it's just you get as many goals as you can. Usually it's one person in goal, and you get a kind of a special bit more stamina. You can jump, dive better. There's really not much to it. It really is just Rocket League, but regular soccer. That's how it was advertised to me by somebody, and it was enough to make me go, you know what? I've been thinking about getting this game anyway. Let's go. It's addicting. I think about like 50, or like 30 hours into it my first week, and I will say, as much as I do, it's a incredible simple concept, which some of the best games are. It is marred. That's not a word I use lightly. It's fucking marred by a terrible community and terrible developers. I'm sorry. I know it sounds mean, but they are. They have to be either lazy, incompetent, or just do not give a fuck. This game has been out since April. April. 8 months. Games still do not end if literally every player leaves the game. If I'm left alone on my team, my other players left, I'm punished for leaving. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm gonna say punished. You lose the match. If I don't care about my rank, who cares? I don't even know if they're competent enough to have it like where you lose less points if your players leave. Probably not. They're too stupid to have the game end when every fucking player leaves the other team, so why would they be? So I know it kind of sounds weird when I say you're punished because that's all you get, but there's also no like there's no inactivity or. But on top of that, yeah, you're punished by losing the match, but you're not punished in any other way. So if I go in and go, oh, I'm losing, let's just leave. Fuck the other two players. Nothing to me. I can't join the game until that ends. You know, until like that match ends, you can't join a new one. You have to either rejoin or wait. That's it. It's 2020 fucking 5. Well, yes, 2026. No way. How are you? I don't care if this was going to be one fucking person. I'm a dumbass who has no idea how to make a game, but even I know that you should have a fucking punishment to ban people or to time them out if they're going to just leave matches constantly. What's to stop me? If I'm just in, like, what if I'm just going in for the trophies, or if I don't give a fuck about my rank? Fuck everyone else. It's bad enough in 3v3, but if it's 4v4, 5v5, I'm fucking up a bunch of people. But who knows? Maybe they'll fix it someday. It's been 8 months, so I'm not holding my breath, and I haven't played it about a month. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not play. If they're too fucking, if they don't care enough to make their game properly, why should I care enough to play it anymore? If they don't care enough to add in basic rules from 10 years ago, I have better things to do. One thing to do better in Rocket League, I guess, is in Rocket League, if you're playing a 3v3 match and five players go to skip the goal, one asshole can just keep them hostage there. In this, majority rules, 4 people vote to skip, which means either a full team and one from the other team. Done. They can't just hold the whole team hostage, which is great. Being forced to watch like 10 goals in Rocket League, oh, awful. So I'm glad they did that. Other than that, done. Really don't care anymore. Fuck that. I downloaded Golf Up after a while of looking in the store for like, I don't remember how much. I'm afraid to look. I think it might have been €10. I hope it was 2. I might be remembering wrong. I hope it was cheap. What is it? Top down golf, which sounds right up my alley. I like golf games. I'm playing a lot of them lately, and by a lot I mean like 3. But no, it sucks. It's basically you have 10 in a row, but if you fail on the first one, back to the start. The only problem with this, genuinely, the only problem, it's slow as shit. Like, you aim the ball, hit. Poof. Slowly, slowly. And then it'll land. And if you, okay, I'm probably not going to make it this time. You might have like a pair 3 and you're like, okay, this sucks. No retry option because it's an outdated piece of shit game from, I guess, maybe it's a port of a game from 1992. That would excuse it, I guess. Either that or they're just lazy, incompetent morons who just produce stupid ways that was basic game design. Who knows? You can't skip shit, so you're just like, you're forced to just watch it slowly land. It looked like a neat idea. I need a good mini golf game or something, because that'd be fun. And I mean like top down mini golf, like an old school PCs. So if you ever see a game called Golf Up or Golf Up Tropical or something, oh, it's a fun little mini golf game. It could be fun. It could be a fun, charming arcadey golf. No, it's a crap. It's not just lazy crap. It's not just like cheap crap. It's just actively shit design. It's antithetical to fun. It's just so slow. It's so fucking unnecessarily slow. Played a few hours of Shadow Labyrinth, and I'm actually having a great time with it. Honestly, more than I expected. You know what it is? It's basically the Pac-Man Metroidvania. With like a dark Pac-Man lore. It's like a Robo Pac-Man. You probably recognize from the trailer. I don't know how many people tried it out, but it's surprising how much I liked it. I'm not a big Metroidvania guy. I played like what, Lost Ruins, Guacamelee. I played things like Hollow Knight, and it never got much into them. But this one, I'm having a lot of fun. You can also, in a lot of ways, just basic hack and slash. You kind of slow side-scrolling thing. You have like a 3-hit combo, then you get ranged attacks, dodging, and you'll upgrade more as you go on. And of course, you'll find things you can't use, and then you come back later. You can use them, get new places. But I feel like in terms of like gameplay mechanics, nothing really new here, except you have Pac-Man with you, and that's definitely a way to at least a bit of interest to people. You can also combine with Pac-Man into a giant fucking mecha, which, why not? But I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I don't know what it is. It looks nice, it plays decently, it's a fun place to explore. There's nothing above and beyond great here, but it does it all in such a little bit of a charming way that I can appreciate. I don't know, Ball Pit after something compared to a Vampire Survivor and they said it was better because of certain things. While I wouldn't go that far. I definitely am having it's an addicting as hell game. Basically, it's like you go from bottom to top, mostly idle style. All you do manually is move, and you can manually shoot your balls out too, because it's like a mix between like Vampire Survivors and Brick Breaker. Balls go up, they hit whatever they hit, and they'll bounce around. You can do that manually or automatically. I don't know why the fuck you do that manually. Just so you can sit to like hold forever. Yeah, I'm good. Maybe there are benefits, who knows. Along the way you'll collect more experience, level up your weapons, get new powers. Of course, you get like ice balls, fireballs, a radius attack. Balls will go through things, get more powerful, and then as you level up you'll have your in fight levels, and then you get permanent upgrades, of course. But then when you get out of level, it's a farming simulator not farming simulator, what's the word? It's like a Farmville game. You'll plant your wheat fields, you'll plant your resources, and you plant more stuff, you get more powerful stuff. It will increase your attack, your defense, your other stats. Let you revive, start you at level 2, give you more combinations, more characters. That's the loop. Get stuff in battle, get stuff for your little farm. Both of those will feed into each other, level each other up, and you get more and more powerful, go through more and more levels, and get more and more cool characters with more unique abilities, of course. Like having 2 characters, start with where they'll shoot out all the balls at the same time. Sometimes it'll be just start with a certain ability. I'm having a great time with it. It's a really addicting. It started off, I was like, yeah, this is cool, but whatever. But the more and more you play, the more you get kind of sucked into. You really get sucked into the grind, and it's my kind of game. But what can I say? I've been playing a ton of Hot Shots Tennis / Everybody's Tennis. It's like a PS2 re-release. It has trophies and everything, so I'm happy with that. Because, like, for the last, like, probably, 15 years, it's not even a question if a game will have trophies, but when it comes to re-releases like this, it is. Tekken 3 doesn't have it, this does. Resident Evil 2 doesn't have it. Other things will. It sucks when they don't, but it's just old school PS2 tennis. it's a lot more simple, which of course, like the Hotshot games, it's generally more simplified, arcadey style, which again, my kind of thing, a lot of fun. You'd have like 8 directions you can hit the ball in. Probably because it was made for the PS2. I don't know, PS2 had analog sticks, but maybe it was like early on. So it was more focused on the D-pad, you know. But it's pretty simplistic, but surprisingly addicting. And you unlock more and more characters, more courts, more umpires. Simple tennis. That's good enough for me. I'm playing a bunch of All in Abyss, which is basically anime poker. It's a mix between an anime story and flashy poker. You're the who was described as, I can't remember what exactly she calls herself, but she calls it a gambling prodigy. She goes to play a game of poker, which she's never played before, doesn't know the rules. Goes up against one of the 5 witches of the world of the city, loses, plans a rematch where winner takes all, including their life. I'm not sure if they're implying that or if they go out and right say it, but then you go off on a bunch of, location to location, having a bunch of silly, wacky cutscenes. If you like Danganronpa, if you play Danganronpa and you like that humor, you're probably gonna have a good time with this. Except I feel like it's actually more fun because it's not. The biggest reason I actually do compare to that is just because there's one scene where the character says something like, "I'm going." There was this one thing in Danganronpa where for like a minute or two straight they had this joke of, "Oh, if you don't be good, I'm not gonna do it to you." And it's like, you get it. I mean, sex, haha, funny. It sounds like it means that, but it doesn't, haha. But even though it was fun once, they keep it going for like 9 or 10 fucking times. Like, what does he mean by do it? But I like when you do it to me. Like, we get it. Move the fuck on. And I thought we were going to do it here too, but no, I was just like, they did it once, like, alright, keep your pants on. It's like, cool. They shut it down in a fun way, and it's actually really fun. The poker is snappy and fun. It's basically a system where you have almost like life points. You'll bet a certain amount. If you get like a 3 of a kind, it'll multiply the thing by 6. And it'll multiply your amount, and the more you raise, the limit will multiply 2. So instead of like 2,000 by 2, it can go up to like 4,000 by 10. And if they lose all their life points, they lose. Of course, you get abilities as you go on too. Stuff like a bit more prediction for the next hand, and making sure your opponent can't fold, getting more a boost when you get certain combination wins. It's actually surprisingly compelling. I didn't expect it. It's easily one of my favourite games of this year. It's getting better and better too. And I will say as well, zero spoilers, but something happens. This game is fucking depraved sometimes. Like, it sounds so fucking childish, like, oh, they curse and they're willing to do this. But it is refreshing when a game's like, not willing, like, is willing to swear, but not in a way that feels like, fuckity, fuck, we're cool, haha. It feels like it adds a bit of realism when they're, like, willing to swear. When they don't have to, like, oh, we can say bitch, but we can never drop an F-bomb. But there's something about it. It's a weird bleak dinginess to it, and something does happen. There are 3 occasions in video games. Oh, look, this will be on my top 10 games of the year. I'll go into it more then, because I don't want this to be on forever, but something just so depraved happens. It's one of the 3, maybe 4 times in games ever where I felt physically ill. One of them wasn't even fucking discussed, but I'll go into that in the future. I felt so just uncomfortable, and I like that. It's so rare for a game to make me feel that, so I was just like, okay, yeah, you do you, and I just turned it off after that. That's the last time I played it for now. That was like yesterday, so it's not like I'm done with it. Yeah, I recommend it. All in Abyss. If you like anime games, have a look. Or poker. Play a little bit of Cup Heroes, another idle style game that dropped for free on PlayStation 5. What can I say? It's idle style gaming mixed with Instagram mobile game free to play crap. Your character will walk along on his own. You'll pick your upgrades when you get enough coins. You'll drop a ball. It'll be like 3 multiplier, 2 multiplier, 1 multiplier, but then, like, under the 1 multiplier there might be a 4 one, so you have to pick the best one at the right timing. Which will give you more balls, which means you can get more upgrades, and then you get permanent upgrades too. Then you get gear to upgrade, chests. If you play clicker heroes or any kind of cookie clicker kind of style game, it's like that but without the clicking. It's free to play, so it's what you would expect. But so is Clicker Heroes, and I put thousands of hours into that. I've gone back to Expedition 33 after seeing it nominated to Gaming Awards because I wanted to get more into it. Yeah, it's still fantastic. The story is compelling as hell. The battle system is addicting as fuck. I don't know what I can say about this game that hasn't been said already. It's one of the most praised games out there ever, especially this year. And it's rare I agree this strongly with a nomination for Game of the Year, with like the actual winner. I can see it. I've never been. I've checked back the last like 10 or so years. There's never been a time where like, yes, that's what I would have put there, but yeah, it's really good. The music, everything about it, the visuals, just everything. Every fucking thing is masterful. There's been a big debate if it's an indie game or not, and I really don't give a fuck to be honest, but it's a smaller game. It's nice to see. And I had a brief go of Terminator 2 Dark Fate. It's fine. That's all I can really say. It's fine. It kind of plays through the story of Terminator 2, but with some like behind the scenes stuff too. You play as different characters and different gameplay styles. It's kind of a slow 2D side scroller game. It would go from like more slow style to like almost Contra levels and then bike levels and just suck ass. It turned into a rhythm game basically. It's not, but it feels like one because you're basically driving forward and like thing up here that you do have to get up, thing down here that you don't have to get avoid, back, shoot, 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 shoot forward. Maybe they get more fun as it goes on. Maybe more like more mechanics. I only bought it today. I played like an hour of it. It's perfectly serviceable, I guess. As for the stuff I'm playing here, after finishing Final Fantasy 1, great game, still a fun experience for a dated as hell, of course, but yeah, of course. I played Super Mario Bros. 2. The first time I played it, like my first session of it, I was shocked how bad I was at it. I was like, wow, I used to be able to finish this. And then the second time it went so smooth, I was so happy. Third time went terrible. The last world in this game is a pain in the ass, like nothing I've ever experienced. Holy fuck, it goes on and on and on. And there's so many things to get you and to chip at you and just mess with you. And then the last boss I didn't know how to beat, but eventually I got through it. It's still a fun game, but I hate the last world. It's a classic though. I've never played on NES either, only the Super Nintendo remaster for All Stars. God, this game is beautiful. I love when Peach does this. She looks something out of a creepypasta. This is exactly how a creepypasta would describe a Mario 2 Cursed Edition. Down to the red blood fucking eyes, yeah. After I finished that, I moved on to the Christmas game, Santa Claus Saves the Earth, which I played last year, but this time on the Game Boy Advance. I've only had one go at this so far, but oh, it's good to be back. I've gotten better at it, or the first two levels are easy, because the first two levels in this version, or first three maybe, were not. I'm not sure how exactly how it works. I think there's levels in this that were not in the original, so I'm not sure if it's going to be shorter because they seem to go by faster. It's going to be a longer game because they have extra levels. Have they replaced some levels? I have no idea because I've gone on to level 4 and there's been no boss. In the first one, there was every 3 levels, so looking forward to more, I guess. Also, level 3 had the most painful experience of music I've ever heard in my life. It was god awful. Like, you have no idea. It was the worst thing I've ever fucking heard. The cat's just staring at me. Boop. And after beating whichever turtles I beat last, because I've lost track, moving on to Turtles in Time, which I think is like the Turtles game. This is the one from the people remember. This is the one that people talk about as the best Turtles game, I think, a lot of the time. It was remastered on PS3 back in the day. It was like one of the first games I played on it. Still holds up pretty well. The mechanics are solid. The levels are fun. It's hard. It's not it's probably the easiest of them I've played in a while, but it's a decently challenging game. I think it's a game where you're probably going to get a bit further every time. It's not one where you're like, oh, I played through it twice and didn't get as far, but no, you're going to push a bit forward. I think nearly every time I beat at least one level extra, maybe 2. The only big fault I really have with this is like there's a bunch of different attacks. Like there's a jump attack where sometimes you go like that. Sometimes you like use your sword and like you slowly descend. Or if you're running and you run for like 2 seconds and do a dash and then you try to jump, you'll roll and not jump. Why is this a problem? Because these buttons, they'll have like 2 actions dedicated to one button, but the circle button, which would be the A on Super Nintendo, does nothing. Why have 2 attacks with the same button and not use one other button at all? But it's fun going through time. You go from dinosaurs to pirate ships to cowboys. Yeah, it holds up well. It's pretty good. But I'm pretty sure that's everything. I'm gonna go before I ramble on for 20 minutes because that's happened last time with a lot of it. It just went too long. But I haven't been that long. Cool. As always, let me know what you've been playing this month, last month. Let me know what new stuff you've been playing, what you've gone back to. Happy New Year, and I'll see you for the next one. Hopefully, 2026 is full of good ones. See you then. Before my cat goes and knocking things.